I had just one feeling and one thought passed to my mind, that was I'm seeing the end of the world, like a meteorite is coming to crash to us. The light was coming to us in a movement, a velocity, in a time that I cannot. I start to call it. I start to say, please come back. And as I point my hands to them, the beam was, the light was again brightening, but in a slower way, and coming back to us. So when you realize that you're not your anger, you're not your fear, you're not also your joy. Okay, in both sides, automatically you go out from the reaction that you can have from that input that you receive as an emotion. And as I told you, the problem of the world is because we don't want to leave things. We are holding everything, especially the emotion. We like to hold emotion, if it's joy or if it's anger. So in front of me I had a green field with this huge tree on the left side and this UFO suspended nearby the tree. Siamo coloro che arriveranno.
Welcome to Out of India Theory. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to have a chat with somebody right here who's walking along with me, who's a friend, and who has had, who used to live a typical, normal, modern life, and then underwent a lot of drastic spiritual transformational experiences, which we'll talk about, and then started channeling non-human cosmic intelligences and started sort of downloading information and started noting them down and so on. We've been having chats quite regularly on these topics and a lot of interesting topics, and I thought, why not just have a formal podcast style conversation with him. And here we are. I just want to introduce you to my friend Riccardo.
Namaste.
How are you doing, Riccardo?
All fine, all good.
So we're actually in a little trail here in the forest, which is a little bit mosquito ridden, but it's quite it's quite
it's part of the nature.
I want to start off sort of in the beginning. Like, you were a DJ, right?
So as you said, I was a DJ. This was my profession.
When you say DJ, just music production, DJing, or even like creating music?
Actually my basic and principal work was to produce music, so creating music, electronic music with analog equipment.
Right. I'm really interested in this background because I know that a lot of people who, well, not everybody, but then I know some people who have been working with sound and music and vibration and frequency kind of have experiences also in terms of altered states of consciousness and all that.
It's actually the music, but the sound in specific was the key that actually helped me to open to other dimension. I was completely unconscious about that.
Right.
For me, sound was just related to music and to dance. But since I'm young, I was studying classic guitar, and I have this memory of me feeling a lot of emotionally what I was playing, and it was a kind of escape to the world and to go inside. So I always saw music as emotion, feeling emotion. I received a lot of emotion from the music, from other DJ, from other people that I was following and going to listen.
So you were like doing this for a profession, traveling around the world, and at the peak of your career, producing records, having your own company, and then what happened?
I was mostly at the top to do the big jump into musical industry, because everything was going very well. As a producer and as a DJ. But actually I had, because of the stress, so actually I can say that the worst things that happen in my life, and I think in the life of everyone, make the big evolution, the big change. This stress generate a issue in my body, and I had to have a surgery.
Right.
So after that surgery in 2016, I was able to actually start to see the life in another way, because I always run like a crazy and that things stop me. I slowed down really a lot.
Right.
So I changed the food that I was eating. I took off meat from my diet,
Right.
and eating a lot of vegetables that I was not touching.
Right.
This is one, not because of meat or vegetable, but this change contributing to change also my state of mind and body. And in a way I start to also meditate. But there is one other key that actually helped me in this process, the hemi-sync from the Monroe Institute.
Robert,
But actually I was looking for ambient music.
Right.
So I was not looking for something specific into out-of-body experience, but I was looking just for some ambient music. Probably was because of to play somewhere some ambient music, no? And this came to me, and I, as a sound engineer, I get very, very curious about it.
Right.
That you can change the state of your brain and split in another dimension, like a radio channel. No?
Right.
So that evening I tried once, and I saw myself for the first time in front of me, out of the body.
You had an out-of-body experience.
It was a kind of a scary moment.
This was what the gateway tapes they call the gateway.
Yeah, gateway program, but was just one
Discovery one.
One recording from Robert Monroe.
Yeah, okay.
One hemi-sync made from Robert Monroe.
Okay.
I read the way how to do it. You lay down, soft light. You put a cloth on you and go.
Yeah.
So in a kind of way, that moment I understand there is something else unconsciously. I was still unconsciously, but then in 2016 I would start to meditate by using that music, having a good kind of style of life.
Right.
And
as in a healthy lifestyle.
Healthy life, yeah. Also because probably maybe know that DJ life is not very healthy.
Sure.
So it was a big change for me. All these elements generate a kind of combination that took me in a point in 2017.
Right.
That night I was coming back to Germany from Italy, and as I arrived at home, I had a kind of, I was in trance, but I was not conscious about it. I was aware of the environment, but the movement were not really controlled by myself. I took one of the records and I put on the turntable. Right. In one point of this track, there is a kind of shutdown of all the sound, and there is just one frequency. So actually,
like a monotone, pure tone.
A pure tone high. Okay. And actually,
just curious, what frequency do you know?
I don't know, because these all happen very unconsciously.
Right.
But
was the frequency there when you made it originally, or it just came?
No, was already in the records.
Yeah, okay.
I did it actually.
Okay, so that's not the magic. Okay.
It's not. No. Okay. Was real.
Yeah.
No? In that moment, I lose in a kind of way the energy in my body, and I collapse on the floor. And in that moment, something start to move inside me, and a voice start to speak to me.
But you were unconscious, like
I was in a middle way, because as I was on the floor, I didn't felt any fear.
Right.
Probably that was another key.
Yeah.
But what happened? I was having vision. In the meantime that I was hearing this voice, I was having vision of this life and some past life. One point that I have to tell you, when I was doing the hemi-sync, so 2 years before, since 2 years, I was having this vision during the meditation of place that I never saw, and I was not able to understand.
But you recognized it as?
They were very real in terms of vision, no? Something that I was real there and
like
seeing.
a déjà vu, they could say.
Yeah, kind of like memory.
Right.
No, there was in your memory. Ancient place, pyramid, inside the pyramid, going around.
Right. Oh, this is in Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt, but also some other temple.
Right.
More in Mesopotamia, I feel.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, yeah, then of course when this voice start to speak to me, also I start to have vision of present life and past life, and also this place were coming back, and he was showing me in a kind of way my lives, plural.
Right.
I was seeing me child,
right,
with some kind of being near me,
right,
not really defined as a person that you can see, but more like a shadow.
Right.
And yes, the conversation started in that moment.
So you think this being which was next to you was taking you through these different lives?
It was more like a guide,
Right.
like a teacher,
Okay.
that was always present there near me,
Right.
when I was doing something.
Yeah.
Like a master, no?
Yeah.
So, but not visible, not from this dimension.
It was in like a peripheral vision. It's somewhere here behind you.
here behind me, but not in this dimension, no?
Got it. Mm.
Yeah, one picture that I could not forget is me, and in that moment, of course, my memory was completely cancelled.
Right.
But it came back. I was young and watching Leonardo da Vinci documentary machine. Probably I was 3-4 years old, so very young and not really interested in something like that for a young age.
Right.
But yeah, I have the vision of me watching this machine and this entity behind me, like supporting me in experience by watching this documentary, you know, and Leonardo life and machine life. So yeah, this was one and many other. In that moment it presented itself. Maybe I can tell you at this point, this entity presented itself as Ra.
Right.
And since I'm young, when I was 8, I went for the first time in Egypt.
Right.
And I went inside the pyramid.
Right.
And I was the only one that went inside with my father, because my family didn't want to go.
Okay.
I pushed my father to say, take me inside.
Yeah.
And also I had a asthmatic problem, so it was not the best place for me to go inside.
Sure.
Because
Claustrophobia?
It's a kind of
very close
hole that you go inside 30 meters down.
Yeah.
So there was some calling connection. I don't know how to define, and it was very, I remember very clear.
Yeah.
That moment. The day after I had that experience, and it was very difficult to go to sleep, and I had to make music.
Right.
That night, and I understand that all the music that I was doing was not coming from me,
right,
but was coming from some other consciousness, because Ra showed me in that moment, like in a present.
Yeah.
The day after, I was just waking up from the bed. I was feeling okay. Everything is gone. I don't have nothing. Nothing is happened. And as I said this, the voice came back to me.
This is when you were awake during the day?
The day after, yeah.
Okay.
So it was morning, and it back, and was a bit scary in that moment, because I say, what?
I can imagine.
Yeah,
was
not a dream.
It's one thing to, exactly. It's one thing to experience something at night when you're asleep, and maybe you can dismiss it saying, oh, that was just a dream. But then to hear it during the day when you're awake.
Yeah, it was quite
scary for sure.
So I was not sleeping when it happened.
Right.
I was aware, but yeah, it was night, so I don't know. I felt that was very, there was a dense energy inside the house, the apartment. So it was a kind of dream, real dream. No?
Right.
Yeah, the day after it happened this, and as a concrete mind as I was, I look for answer. And I
Like,
said,
who is Ra?
who are you? Of course, I know who is Ra because I was watching documentary on Egypt like a crazy because I was very connect.
Right.
And I know now that was actually him showing me, in a way, you know, that you have this connection.
Right. So this Ra is the Egyptian Ra.
Yeah, is the god that Egyptian consider the higher god all over the other one. Yeah, because he's the father of all the other god. He's the first son of the Nun.
Right.
So he came from the dark to the water of the dark, to the light,
right,
to give the life to everything, you know.
So it was like definitely a positive, higher dimensional being, not some kind of a black magic kind of.
No, all the feeling I had always were always very mystic, of course, but very pleasant. Never felt
dark.
Yeah, dark or tension or scary. Stuff like this. No.
Yeah,
actually, I was feeling rich of knowledge. No, like a very deep and dense knowledge when this voice was speaking to me. No? So and I asked, okay, now you have to tell me everything from the beginning, because otherwise you make me become crazy in some way. So that's how the conversation starts.
So that's like the pivotal point, and then after that your life completely changed. In the sense
after that, my life completely changed. Yeah, because I realized that I'm not Riccardo.
Right.
Riccardo is just a cloth, and all the personality, the musician, the DJ, the producer is just an idea of the intellect to make you able to move inside the what we call the reality, this dimension.
The three-dimensional matrix.
But actually doesn't exist. It exists only in your mind. The more you believe in that, the more you can project that into the matter.
It's all a drama we create.
We create this exactly feeder drama, no? Where everyone have his personality, his role, and he play in this role, no? Someone falls, someone in a kind of way win, no? And that's the game.
This is very cool because to me there are many things that I sort of relate to, because when we talk about these ancient gods from the old times, of course coming from India and Hinduism, I immediately connect to the Vedic gods, you know, the sun god, for example, which people still, you know, sun is a god in India, and people still pray every day with the Gayatri mantra, for example. They chant to the brightness, the brilliance that emerges with the sun and so on. So
same for Egyptian with the Akhenaton. Akhenaton was praying the sun, the culture of the sun, no? Everything is the sun, and a manifestation of the sun. No?
Yeah, exactly. That has direct parallels in Indian Vedic and Hindu.
Not only them, no. If you go in South America, also this.
So to come back to your experience, of course you started having downloads and everything, but then I wanted to ask you. You told me this once about this. Can we call it alien experience?
That happened in 2020.
Okay.
It was
so like 3 years after your awakening.
Yeah, 3 years after. Of course, what happened probably is important to say. When this happened, after 2 months, I left Berlin, I left Germany. I quit DJ World completely, and I went back to Italy. I stopped to give attention to that, because I realized that I was not that, and I was more looking and curious to understand actually who I was and why I'm here. So actually I went deep in meditation with the Vipassana courses and exploration with the out-of-body experience with with Monroe Institute. And also
you did the whole course with the Monroe Institute?
I did 2 courses with someone from Monroe Institute in Italy. And then also with Brian Weiss.
Many Lives, Many Masters.
Many Lives, Many Masters, the book. First time I read that book was mostly the same period. So everything arrived together in 2017. I went 2 times to meet him for a retreat in Italy, in north of Italy, because I was looking to understand how and why I was like this today. So yeah, I was really into this, studying music, continue to study in sound, moving to the sound healing with the stone, playing the sonic stone.
This is the one where you move your fingers around the stone with water, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this came after the first Vipassana met in Germany. The one who created the sonic stone. And it was a kind of actually that stone bring me to Italy, to India, sorry. And also with the singing bowl, I have a master in Italy. All these things together drive me out from the DJ life and the DJ world, especially DJ friends. That was quite toxic. And bring me into a space of isolation for many years, for 5 years. But now I can see that all that time spent alone, because I was not alone, I was with Ra, and with myself, of course.
And all this while you kept getting communication and downloads.
In this way, I was able to increase the quality of the contact and the transmission, of the information that I was looking to share with the other one, not specifically with me.
So you were just chosen as a channel, as a conduit,
just an
through
instrument.
which this entity can spread the message to the world.
Yeah, I was just the pen of his hand.
Was this under your control, or it would just happen randomly whenever it wanted?
It was always under my control, in the sense that I was always able to choose if I want to do it or not. But because this was one of the key, I always surrendered to that. I never stop. Maybe sometimes it happened because I was in a situation that I could not do it because of the presence of someone else. I should maintain the fake
behavior.
personality.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you on that UFO experience that you had.
Yes, it happened 10 November 2020. I went with 3 friends in the mountain to do, was during the COVID, so nobody was there, and we chose to do 4 days of Vipassana meditation inside of a chalet. That actually is a place of tourism, of WWF, like the park.
The World Wildlife Fund.
Yeah, exactly. So we had the
Where was this again?
In the place is called Panorama.
Panorama in Italy?
Yeah, near my place, 1 hour and a half. So we went there, we set everything, and we did 4 days of Vipassana alone. It was very nice. We were me, a friend, his girlfriend, and a friend from Switzerland. Them friend, not my friend. So it was quite nice, and I realized that actually we really sync together. We was moving like once, because when you are alone in the mountain, you have to actually be very sync together in what to do, or what the food. Also, we was not speaking because of Vipassana, so we really have to be feel us in some way. And I was doing service to them, so I really was managing whole in some way. The last day we start to speak again, and we decide to do a walk in the forest. No? So we spend all day by walking in the forest, going around, and it was fantastic because we were in a very good vibe, let's say like this. And at the end of the day, around 7:30, I was the only one with the phone because I was doing service, so I was the only one checking the clock, and the other one didn't want to take the phone the last day, so I said, okay, let's leave there, we take tomorrow when we leave. So we actually went around and we found this tree that was emitting sound, because there was one root burned, and by touching
cool.
you were able to feel the low vibration also through the other tree.
What kind of a tree was this?
I don't know.
Like a pine?
I don't know.
Okay.
But was burned inside,
right.
like a thunder burn inside.
Yeah.
So just by beating, you were able to listen boom, boom into the roots.
Right.
So we sit there and there was just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And I had recording of this.
Yeah. See, again with music and again with sound.
Yeah, the sound. Actually, that was the real key.
Right.
That sync us into the same dimension
right.
of the planet Earth.
Right.
Because we sing to the nature,
right.
to real natural low frequency of the nature.
So there was some kind of entrainment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after that, the phone shut down of the battery because of recording.
Right.
And we went just 10-20 meters nearby, where there was the only place where you can see the sky. The rest was full forest.
Right.
So it was a kind of
so a little
hole.
clearing in the forest.
Yeah, like a hole with a field, no? My friends already before saw something moving in the sky, but it was not caring because we were very with us and not caring about the rest. But yeah, we went there and we was watching the sky and we were watching and see satellites moving.
Yeah, well, this was at night.
It was night in the mountain, so no light, very clear sky. And at one point I was watching all three in front of me. The two girls and him, my friend, in front of me. The two girls on the right. And the Switzerland girl said, look that, by pointing on my back. So I was not able to see. That's my satellite. So I turned, and from the edge of the tree on the top, a light came out.
Okay, so it wasn't like out there in the sky. It was
no.
Up close.
It was not so close. It was quite far.
Right.
It was at the edge of the tree,
okay.
like I can say 1 kilometer, let's say, probably. Not at the edge of our cycle of the field, behind that. But was very clear, very visible. So this light came up, and I turned and I saw this light, and I said that were the last words. I said, okay, so that one.
It was like a white sphere blob.
It was just a light as you can see any satellite. So very not strange.
Yeah. Okay.
I told to them, okay, so that one is the Jessie satellite. Jessie is the name of the Switzerland girl that she pointed to that. I said, okay, because you point, that one is Jessie satellite.
Yeah.
As I say these things, something strange start to happen, because the light start to move not anymore in a linear way, but like a snake.
Like a zigzag.
Zigzag snake, so very clear wave, not like random, but very clear wave.
That's very interesting, because whenever I read on the internet experiences of people who see these lights, they say it's almost like fluttering like a leaf.
Yeah, it was very smooth movement.
But like back and forth.
Yeah, going and then go back.
Right.
But continue to go up, not stay on the same level.
Right.
So as we see all four that something changed and these things was happening, we hum all together. We say, but we didn't have the time to speak, to say what's happening.
Right.
It was just a strange, something that you don't expect actually in that moment. And so in that moment the light get very, very intense, so intense that I had just one feeling and one thought passed to my mind, that was I'm seeing the end of the world, like a meteorite is coming to crash to us. because as the light was increasing very fast, it was also coming to us in the same moment.
So it was glowing brighter and brighter and coming closer and closer.
Why in a white that I never saw, brighter,
so bright,
and was dark. And in the same moment of the brightness was growing, the light was coming to us in a movement, a velocity, in a time that I cannot describe. I cannot realize how much fast it was. The only things that all four we had to do is to hug each other and close ourselves to each other, because
huddled.
Because we felt scary actually. As I opened the eyes, but I was still closing to myself together with the other one, I opened my eyes and everything around us was completely white. Completely white, like a panel. So you could not see anything behind that white. The forest disappeared, everything disappeared around us. But
wow, that must have been scary.
It was quite not scary in that moment. It was scary before. It was unexpected, completely unexpected.
And all four of you were under this white?
Yeah. The only things that I was able to see were my friends near me. I opened my eyes and there were the two girls in front of me, Cesare on the right, on the left, and all white behind them. So as I was opening the eyes and turning myself, the white was leaving our space and going back to the sky. So my moment was in a kind of way sync to the white. And as I was more opening, the white was disappearing inside the sky. So, but the light didn't disappear. If we won't call light, for me was a clear conscious things that connect to us in the moment that we point and we watch all together that stuff. And of course they connect to us because it was from both way. In a kind of way they felt the power of four people together increasing by staying nearby and sing together. So as I realized that what was happening in few seconds, I start to call it. I start to say, please come back. And as I point my hands to them, the beam was, the light was again brightening, but in a slower way, and coming back to us, but in a much more slower way. So in that moment, I had real proof that there was something.
And they were listening to you.
There was this connection. And I have to tell you that I was super interesting in UFO science. I'm very little, together with my brother. Very interesting, like in the age where to find one video of a UFO was very difficult to download somewhere. So it's something that for me was very clear what was happening. It was not a shock. For them it was, for all my friends. So I tried to call again and it was coming nearby again, very slowly, but the girl were scared about that and they automatically said, no, don't call it, don't call it. In this way our sync split, of course. My friend, the man, he was with me. And as they say no, the light back again to the sky. And continue to move like a snake and going up. I turned to them and I said, you don't have to worry about that. Trust me, it's safe, it will be okay. This in a very fast way. I turned back again to the sky and I point again the hands to the light and say, please come, we are here. As I said again the light again slower than the second time, it starts to bright again and coming near.
It's almost like, guys, you just make up your mind, you don't want me to come or no.
Exactly. what do you want? Because actually what I realized is it was all about us.
Yeah.
How much we were open to that, to receive, no?
So fear and doubt and anger and all these negative things push them away.
Reject everything.
And love and acceptance brings them.
But also you cannot see. If you go in fear, you live in the fear, in the anger, you cannot see that dimension.
Right.
When you sing to a different channel of joy and unity especially, you can actually see in the sky easily, because I know that they are always here around us, but we cannot see because they are on another channel. Yeah.
So I want to quickly come to that, I know, because it's raining also. So this happened and then they came again, or?
So yes, it happened 3 times. First time, we were not conscious about. Second times, I call it, but the girl rejected. And then third time, I call it again. They were coming very, very slowly, so they didn't move so much from the point where they were in the sky. And the girl again, they say, no, you have to stop. As they say like this, the light arrived on our head from the horizon line. It arrived on our head, and that point I was just watching because I could not call it anymore, and the light went into the opposite side in the space, disappeared inside the space from the top. That was the end of the experience.
But did you have any loss of time, or when you checked your watch later? When people have these experiences, they look at the time and they see that maybe 5 hours is gone.
And actually what passed was 1 hour.
Okay.
Since the phone shut down, and then we back inside the house where I charge, it passed 1 hour.
Okay.
There is one thing I didn't told you because I didn't experience, so I cannot
vouch for that.
I cannot say if it's true or not, but the Switzerland girl, during the night, she listened something moving around the house, but she only.
Okay.
So I cannot say nothing about that.
Cool, wow. Interesting. So is that the only UFO experience you had? I'm going to call it UFO experience, or you can call it whatever you want.
That one was the stronger experience ever had.
Yeah.
And there is one important thing that actually make everything clear of that experience is that when I back home, it happened the first time with Rad, that he pushed me to take a record and put the music. It happened, of course, many other times because I was surrendering to that energy and just doing what I have to do. I went inside a block of paper that where all the stuff make me write, and I took one things that was like 10 paper of comics, let's call comics, of the experience that I had the day before. Everything was drawing, and also with the conversation behind about me, that I was in a house doing meditation inside the forest, and 2 human beings were coming to take me and doing something. So it doesn't fully complete the comics, but Ra showed me that 1 year before he like told me this will happen to you, but of course I was not conscious about. For me it was just a comics, about that.
Where are these beings from? Like especially the white light that you saw, was that alien or from another dimension, or is that Ra, or what is it?
Okay, I don't call them alien, because alien is something that you actually define, not that you don't know what
as
is
in,
it.
I meant
But
not from Earth.
So extra-terrestrial. Yeah, extra-terrestrial, yes, for sure. They were not from this planet.
Do you know where? From where?
I don't remember. Probably, maybe it's wrote in the paper, but I don't know actually from where. Now I don't remember. I have to check this paper because there were some conversation, and the point was they came to take us, to bring us to a place to show us something outside from the planet.
They were going to take you back and then show you things and bring back.
Yeah, exactly.
If you hadn't been scared.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We were like in a...
But why do you think they didn't take only you?
Because myself in that moment, can you take this for a second?
Sure.
Myself in that moment was probably not fully ready, and if something was like this was happening to me, my friend can go super scary about maybe they felt that's something dangerous and not something good was happening. So I maybe was just I kind of
you kind of blocked them a little bit maybe.
I kind of experience to say, hey, we are here, and if you go in a state of this dimension, we can meet each other, but for sure was not the moment, because otherwise
interesting
should happen.
This planned travel where they would have taken you if you had all four were in sync, was that, do you think that was physical or just taken your consciousness out of the body maybe?
I think physical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think physical. Yeah, I don't know. I feel that probably physical, but maybe could be something that really put us in a sleep mode on the earth in that place for hours and take us just physical. It can be only just the astral body, not the physical body. So take us our astral body and take it somewhere with them, because actually them are in astral body there.
Yeah, that was my question, because if somebody else came there and saw, they would see you guys on the ground. Okay.
So of course the girl, they were scared, so they were not ready for that.
Yeah, sure. Okay, that's cool, that's interesting. So basically, we looked at what you did before and what might have triggered this music and sound, whatever, and then this alien experiences, which of course I think continued in different ways. You had these conversations with Ra throughout.
I had other experience with the UFO.
Right.
So it happens many times as I was in Berlin, as I was in Italy, just by staying out on the terrace. They were coming.
But you were on your own then?
Yeah. I was calling my brother, because as me also, my brother is very into that. My brother saw in the light day, during the day, he made a video also of that.
So this is something, of course, we also discussed before off camera. Is it's the CE5 protocol by Stephen Greer?
Yes, that's something very weird, because what happened to us, meditation and then this experience, only after my brother told me that there is a documentary of someone that was doing exactly what we did, and I didn't know nothing about it. That is I don't know the name. What's
Stephen
Green. So as I watched the video, I said, wow, that's exactly what happened to us.
So it's like you meditate and you meditate and then you summon.
Sing to you, or you sing to them, and you can actually call it, and you can meet. You go in that near dimension. After that, actually, I'm not anymore scared anymore, because it happened many times that I was alone and just watching the sky out of the terrace, and the light were coming, and I was not like, oh, a light in the sky. I was just staying there and try to communicate and say, come, I'm here. Why you come here if you don't communicate?
And every time it's the same.
I don't know if they are the same. I feel that actually, someone that not follow me, but looking for me in some way.
That's really cool. So it's almost like you established a connection.
There is a connection. There is a relationship. It happened one time here in Arabic. Only one time. I saw these lights like walking with me. But actually, they told me in some way, because in last year it happened that for a period I had a very strong communication with this kind of being. So also if I didn't met, I conversate with them, and the conversation were very nice.
So you actually have like question and answer and everything?
No, it was more like listening them.
Why is it always like that? Because I know that I've read about many, let's say, contactee experiences where people receive downloads. Why can't they talk to them? It's usually one way, no?
Because we are a little child. We don't know nothing. And actually, all the questions that we can ask to them are very
stupid.
Not stupid, but pure in terms
innocent.
In terms of what's actually real. In this situation, the only things, actually the best things that you can do is to don't speak, listen, because all you can say you already know. All that you receive from them you don't know, and actually it's the best things that you can say is something from them, and not from your personality or your intellect, no? And also they told me that with me, only last year I received this, so I also realized why when I was on the terrace and they were coming, they were not interact. Is because they told me that I'm in a kind of plan, not noble, like in a plan that where they cannot
they cannot interfere.
Exactly, that actually is Ra plan, no?
So they are not Ra, so you're having a plan,
Ra
has a plan for you, and you're in...
I'm on a mission, like everyone is on his own journey, and them are on another mission.
Right.
So we can see each other, but we don't have, it's not necessary that we interact.
But you can have a coffee, sit and have a coffee together.
Could be maybe in the future, no? In the next life. But in this moment, to don't make me move my energy and my path on another things, is better if they don't. Also, because as I told you yesterday, when you are one with the spirit, you don't choose anymore. You are not able to say, okay, I do this.
You surrender to a higher will.
To what the will asks to you, no? Because every action that we do moves everything. And by just having a small contact, that things can change everything. So,
they have this, I don't know if you heard of the in chaos theory, it's called the butterfly effect. Like a little butterfly fluttering in the Amazon in Brazil or wherever can influence weather in, I don't know, Siberia, for example. Anywhere. It's such a complex system. And anything can trigger anything else.
Every little, every drop of water that is coming down from the sky change the climate. All the drop together make a big difference, but it's each drop that actually act into the change.
So everything is consequential.
Exactly.
Okay, so we kind of made it out of the rain, and I guess we're coming to probably the most important part of the conversation, which Riccardo and I keep having, which is the content of the downloads that he has, which is very important because there's this being, Ra, some higher dimensional entity or a group of entities, different beings, that sort of contacts you and then gives you material, uses you as a channel to send stuff out in the world that people have to hear. So what is that?
From 2017, as I said, that day that I asked to know everything, he started to communicate me about what actually I came for in this incarnation, in this life. And actually is a kind of consequence of all the past life that I was able to see. Not all the life that I had, but the one that I was able to see, as I said, it's a combination of all that experience mixed together to arrive to a goal at the end. And because in many lives I was kind of not realizing that, but just experience, but not materialize what I was receiving as a knowledge.
So in a way, it's like pending job.
It's
something that should have happened maybe before, but
it should happen many times in different way. But in a kind of way, I only collect. I was like, it's not the moment. It's not there is something more. because I could see now all the rest. And probably it's possible that this one it will be again another collective, but I don't know.
Let's hope not.
I hope not, because have to arrive to a kind of ends that is another beginning, no? Especially from the last year news that I received, not from Ra also, but also from other experience. That actually in this life I have to close this cycle. The principal work that Ra asked me to collaborate with is to write something, not from me. Everything that was wrote and doesn't come from my intellect, doesn't come from my knowledge as a literature study or something like this. Until that point, the 2017, I actually probably read one book in my life, maybe two. I was not very interested in that. Of course, in the same way, never wrote anything.
But this is another, just to interrupt there, I think this is another like signature that I see a lot of people, like people who think a lot, who read a lot, who analyze, who are very logical, kind of push these experiences away, no? Because if you're too much in the mental and looping, you know, with all these thoughts. Somehow, if you're able to not bother so much, not think at all, not read, not fill yourself with external information, I think it's easier for it
to come out. Actually, you take my words out from the mouth, because since I'm child, I was always, as we say, you have a talent, in something. My talent as I was a child was in drawing and painting. I was drawing like an old painter. My tendency was into the art, music, vision art, and all these things. Of course, writing is an art for me, like poem, no? We have the Savitri, that one is a piece of art, actually, no? So it was kind of a missing puzzle of the different art that I was experienced. Of course, I experienced the dance with the music, electronic music, so another kind of art. So my life was, until now, was always all about art, sharing and experience the art in all different shadows. Never too much mental and technical, all this stuff. This came out only with the sound engineer in making music by using the machine, like the technical side. But not so much, because it's music. So
I mean, that's very interesting to me, because I have to interrupt you, because one of the things that happens in modern, the scientific world, who study UFOs and aliens, is people want to go for a scientific study, right? They use logic, I also understand why, because they use sensors and data and analytics and to figure out what this is, where are they coming from, the physics of it. They're looking at how is a craft powered, anti-gravity, this, that. And I've done also many videos and podcasts on my channel about this. But then I feel like it's kind of counterintuitive. The best way to understand is to not think in a scientific data oriented way, it's more intuitive, to understand the truth.
It's about to lose and to surrender to something that the mind cannot explain you now in this moment. Because if you want to try to understand something that is above you, with the intellect you can't, because the conscious have to be on that level, and if you are not, you can't. It's impossible. How you can explain entanglement? You know that there is, but you cannot explain, because it's happening in a dimension that the mind still not intellectually can visualize. Our sensory perception cannot see that the stuff. I feel that at the base of everything there is something very simple, very, very simple, that everyone can understand in terms of experience. And from that, also the higher technology that we don't know from other planets, and they come from something very basic.
Basically, it means that there is no qualification needed.
No, there is no.
Anybody can have this experience.
You don't have to be someone to understand how the universe it is. The universe is like this because you are that part of that. And the only things that you actually have to do, I feel, is to don't think as you want, but make that the universe speak to you what can give to you in this moment, and not pretending more than that. I mean, I want to know how the spaceship works. Don't ask for that. Just try to make that you can arrive to that, but through someone that make you able to arrive to that, and not that you want to arrive to that. Because I think for everyone, everybody that discovers something that changed the world, no? Yeah. They had this kind of connection and channel in some way with something that was flowing through them, no? Of course, you have a quality in mine is in the art. Someone is in the math, or in physics, or in chemic, and if you are open, your physics, like for Majorana, go in another dimension. Yeah. Your electrical engineer, like for Tesla, go in another dimension. No. Yeah.
So, coming right down to the important point, what is this entity telling you to write? The message for us.
So, in the beginning, he started to conversate with me about actually in this book, the Chronicles of Ra. It's called Volume 1, but actually it's not anymore a Volume 1 or Volume 2, because, as I told you 2 months ago,
okay, so we had a little battery outage on my phone, and then we're going to continue the conversation on my camera and continue the conversation on my phone. So I'm just going to place it here so we can continue the chat. So you're talking about the message that is the main point.
Yeah, actually, as I said, I didn't know nothing about it, so everything was new for me, and the quality of the speech and the writing that I express is not my quality. I'm not literate, no. So actually, because it's difficult for me to say what's talking about. Yeah. But I can tell you that the division in 7 code define a path in which elementary law expand from basilarity concept and to argument of Earth character and ultra Earth character.
Okay, so I'm sure somebody who's listening to this might be a little confused as to what this means. So basically, this was a download in a language, or it was non-verbal, like you just knew it? Or was it verbal? Was a voice talking to you?
Voice talking, but it's most like hands moving, so automatic writing.
Okay. Yeah. And you were writing in Italian?
I was writing in Italian. Okay. All was wrote in Italian.
And you did not know before writing what it's going to come?
I didn't know nothing words by words. Okay. So I didn't know what was coming after the words that was. Yeah. And I didn't know the argument about it. I didn't know where we was going or from where we was starting. Everything was a completely unknown.
Right. Even the organization of the chapters, everything is just automatic. You didn't work on it afterwards. It just came like chapters.
No, it didn't came as chapter. I wrote like 30 agenda in 7 years, and after that, Ra make me write all the agenda to tap to the computer, and then from that I print all the agenda, and I had to edit and take part from there. But of course, I don't know actually where it starts, where it's finished. Everything was like mixing together, and Ra then bring it everything, cutting and making edit and through me, of course, because I didn't know how to do it.
Sure.
Another thing is this, as I told you, it's for the first 5 chapters.
For the first 5 chapters?
Yeah, the 6th one, it came all in once here in Arville.
Okay.
And also the 7th one came 2 months ago in 10 days, all in one. Not continuously, but in 10 days of communication, it happened. That was only the 7th one, only the 6th one. The first 5 are very random and was editing.
Right. Okay. So I want to simplify this a little bit more. Like if somebody asked you, Riccardo, what is this book about? Maybe is it something you can say in 1 or 2 lines? Like what is it about?
So in 2 lines, he spoke about from something very basic. The book starts, the form, the scope of the form is the form of the scope. So it starts really from the basic things that you have a shape because you have a mission in a kind of way. And the mission is related to the shape that you have. If I'm a swimmer, my body has to be in a way that I can swim.
Right.
If I'm a football player...
So form and function are related?
Are the same things.
Okay.
But it's all about duality. We split that things. You know? But you are what you do, actually. The meaning of the sentence is you are like this because you do this. If tomorrow you change what you do, automatically also your shape, your machine have to change to adapt to that things. No?
Okay.
So how we burn and how we are, it's if you accept or not. Is because there is a reason behind.
But why is this important? I'm asking because normally when people think of receiving higher knowledge, they think of some spiritual meaning about the nature of death and afterlife and like higher dimensions and other worlds, gods and things like that. But what is the purpose of this? Like, is it?
Because actually the life is very basic. We look for something very complex, but you can understand things with very simple sentence, no? Just one word. So the form of the scope is the scope of the form. It means so much if you really go deep into the things. It depends on the level and the layer of where you want to experience that things. For me means that everything is perfect as it is, because the bottle is like this to contain water. That's the reason why the bottle is like that.
Yeah.
If there is some hole, the scope doesn't work because the shape is not made for that scope.
Yeah.
It changed the shape and changed the form automatically. So it's also a way to accept as you are. No, it means accept as you are because you have to be like that in this way. Or if you want to change, accept that you also your mind and your body have to change. It's not only I want to be stronger.
Sure.
Also the mind have to adapt to that.
Yeah. So this is like the secret to making any important change in life, which is not just external, but you have to make an inner change in the function, and the form also changes.
It's really about how the conscious evolve in its way of growing, because I can see after all this knowledge that I received that actually one of the biggest problem of humanity today is that they don't want to change. The human, it's scary to change in this dimension because it's scary to lose a form, it's scary to lose a scope. But you cannot stop something that is continuously change. If you accept that your shape is changing, your conscious is changing, you have also to accept that your life is changing. You cannot pretend that I want to become a very higher intellect mind, but living in a bar and drinking whiskey, no?
Yeah.
You have also, there are people that did, but they trick in something because the things works together. No? For example, Tesla, at one point of his life, he decided to isolate himself. It was not a choice of fear or scaring, it was a choice of conscious. to reach higher conscious, you have to isolate. And like yogi, they go into the cave alone because not because they have fear of living life, as many people
the yogis
can say, you know, but it's because they go in a space where you can not live anymore in this environment. The conscious pretend to be in another space. You know?
Yeah. So is the entire book about?
No, this is the beginning.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it's called Purama. The first code is called Purama.
Purama. Is that something in Italian? Does it mean something?
No, but the meaning, actually all the words, all the chapter have a name that doesn't mean nothing.
Okay.
But of course there is a meaning. Purama is like pure me.
Ah, okay.
So like to find the purity in such a way, you have to accept and go through all these things that...
It's interesting, in Sanskrit, Purna means complete.
Yeah, they told me when the first year arrived that there is something related.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't know nothing about it.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's called the code of the ancient knowledge, like the basic, primordial things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ra born from a form, and this form create a scope that is to be light, to the world.
So it's almost like intention drives
the
physical
the primordial
evolution.
Exactly. And changing.
Yeah. That makes sense. This is almost like, what this is reminding me of is the other book, Hermes, the book of the seven. What is it? 7 principles.
Yeah.
Book of they discuss the 7 different principles. Right. It's almost like that.
It's almost like that, and the book at the end for the 7 code they received, it will call the book Codice 7, Code 7.
This is called Code 7.
The Chronicles of Ra, the Code 7, it will call.
Okay.
So actually, it's something that, as I said, it doesn't happen only to me, it happened to many other people. And at the end, from my perspective, from him perspective, from many other perspective, we all speak about the same things. The beauty.
And do you know who these other people are? There is no contact. We don't know.
No. I know Carla, the one that actually I discovered this book after 6 months from my experience, that someone was speaking with Ra, and this in the 80s. This gave me a lot of courage to do it, because I was feeling that.
But why so many people? If Ra, for example, if Ra has already spoken to somebody before, and so many other people around the world, and they have written books, and the message has gone out. What's the point of? Is it a repetition or something new, or why again? What is the point?
It's always new because our conscious change, and also because through me, it come out in a way, because of the experience I had. Through Carla, came out in another way,
right? Because
of her experience. Through Sri Aurobindo, that is another stuff, came out in another way.
Yeah.
So each one the beauty is in this, that each one can express the universe through itself in a different way. And in this way, the universe can experience itself in a different way. That is the best way to know yourself.
Right. And what are the other things about in the book? So
it start from something very basic and start to grow. And you speak, of course, about human, the character, how we fall into mind structure and how to broke actually in a very beautiful way. There is a chapter that is wrote from the last 2 chapters I wrote not directly from Ra, but as I already said, from that projection there is a view.
Yeah.
From another place, there is another view. So the last 2 chapters actually are two different
entities.
Two different entities.
This is chapter 5 and 6. 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Okay.
No, sorry, 6 and 7. The last 2.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Lucera and Diorama.
The name of the chapters?
The name of the chapter.
Just to clarify, when Riccardo says chapter, he means chapter in Italian.
Chapter, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
My English is not the best, but they are not chapter, are code.
Code?
Yeah. Ra call it code because you have to codify in some way what you are reading. It's not only just to read grammatically what is it, but with yourself you have to codify.
Yeah.
And as the times I go back to the book, I read in a way that is have to be codified again from myself.
Sure.
Because of the experience that you have. So he spoke about the light. He spoke about actually the arguments are mostly always the same, but in each code they increase the quantity of information and the complexity of what starts from the first code.
Yeah.
So it's a layer on a layer of the same things, but making more fully and rich and more complex also in some way. But we have to start from simple to understand the both side, no?
So you have written down, you wrote everything by hand first?
Everything by hand.
And then you typed it into your computer?
And then type on the computer.
All in Italian?
All in Italian.
And then you have it printed, and if I may show just really quickly.
Yeah, it's just
so it's a little book that it's like a self-published.
It's a kind of promotional copy.
Yeah.
But there are no other copy. I just did to make into the matter something that was very vast and collecting one point.
Yeah.
But now, this is the agenda that was brought in October, in 10 days, completely, maybe you can see, completely.
Wow, this is,
full of the last chapter, last code.
Right.
And this is not, this is from someone that I label as Kalar, and it's a community of beings that they live in Andromeda galaxy.
Oh, cool.
And it was completely not expected, this conversation. I was thinking that, I know that I was waiting for a 7 code, but I was thinking it was coming from Ra. I didn't expect that was from a completely different.
So chapter 7, which is like a second book.
It should be the second book, but it will be integrated all in once.
So that's cool, and that came from somebody else from Andromeda, like a council of beings, not just one person.
Yeah, exactly. And I can show you this happened in Matrimandir during a meditation.
Right.
I had this. You can see Ra. You can see Ra mostly like this, as a kind of teacher, no?
So, which one is Ra?
Yeah, of course, the older one, the bigger one.
Yeah, okay. And this is you?
Child, yes. I have many drawings of him. He drew me and him.
Right.
Together.
That is cool. So it's almost like the face is like the sun or the sunflower.
We are child of the sun.
Yeah.
Of the nature and of the sun. So yes, and then it came. This is in the Matrimandir. Yeah, and actually this is what happened the day that the last code communication start.
This is like a flying saucer.
Yeah, because I was in Matrimandir and I had this. It was almost the end of meditation, around 8:10, because maybe the time was completely gone.
Right.
I felt it was the end, and I had this vision, but actually I went in another dimension that was this kind of picture. So in front of me I had a green field with this huge tree on the left side, and this UFO suspended nearby the tree.
Wow.
And
it was in a different world, not here.
Yeah, I was in a different dimension. Yes. And as I know from Edward Billy Meyer, the UFO like stand by near the tree because they charge
from
the tree spiral dimension structure. They charge themselves, in some way. So, and below the flying sources, there was this kind of form of energy, like if you see a shadow of a being from far away with the sun of the floor, that you see like
it's like shimmering.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Almost like when it's on a hot day, you see the air.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So very dense.
Yeah.
Something a shadow of dense.
Yeah.
And this being communicated to me, but in that moment actually I was very out of understanding what was happening. So I don't remember clearly what actually said.
What is the? So I'm always curious when people say other dimension, another world.
Yeah.
Of course, if it's physically on another planet in this universe, it's fine. But then when it's another, what does it even mean?
I asked about that after, because the last code is different from all the other one, because it's a question and answer.
Yeah.
So I was able finally to ask something. Where we was, how our communication happened, what was that the space, and actually he said it's a kind of neutral space.
It's a what? Sorry?
Neutral space. Neutral space where actually you can reach, okay, and where other being can reach is a kind of meeting point. Meeting point. Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course, you have, as an radio, you have to sync to that frequency that make you access to that dimension.
Yeah.
For me, it happened naturally. I didn't know nothing about. The beauty is that you just experience. You don't go with the intention, I want to go there. Yeah. If I try to do it, I will never go back there.
Sure.
Because I put the intellect in the middle. So it happened very naturally. And
also, the trick is to somehow disengage the mind.
Don't give importance. Don't give focus.
That's so difficult.
To the mind. Whatever it say, whatever it won't, especially because the mind won't, doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter, especially during the meditation. Oh, I want to move. I feel more comfortable. Oh, I want to stand up. I want to go to eat. All I want. But actually, the only things that want is to take you out from that space.
Yeah, it's kind of, I get what you're saying, and also it's a little difficult and counterintuitive, because people, if you sit down to meditate in order to have that experience, it will never happen because you're already wanting it. Yeah. So you should just do it anyway.
Just sit and stay. Yeah, I learned this with Vipassana, but then also I learned that I have to go forward because Vipassana is about to focus, to observe the breath, principally. But when you lose also that you also lose the focus on that. You don't have to focus on that. Actually, is that the moment that I start to have the vision and I start to feel and connect really to myself. I can see myself fully.
And what are you going to do with these books?
I'm gonna do nothing, because
you have written out, and then the first book you've already printed it like self-published in a way. There's one copy here.
What Ra asked from the beginning was to make this book and to release, of course. And what is wrote in the book is to deliver to there are people that are waiting for the information that are inside this, that still don't know that they are waiting for this.
Yeah.
But until I will not publish, this action will not happen. No? So I'm the activator.
It's a catalyst for
it's a resonance effect, actually.
So by publishing and distributing this information, you are going to start a new knowledge to come into people's minds, which they did not even know they were missing.
Not me.
Ra.
For me. it's very important because
yeah. So this is very important because in a way it also makes it difficult to explain before what the book is about.
Yeah.
Right.
For me,
like if somebody asks you what this book is about, like this is a detective novel, or this is a crime, or this is a book about physics. You can't really describe what this is book about.
I cannot say you have wrote a book about Picasso.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually don't really fully understand what came out through me.
So you're going to try and publish it though?
I already did whatever Ra asked. So he asked in the beginning to deliver the book to a quite famous book editor in Italy. And in a way or another, it happened.
Yeah.
So the book arrived in the hands of the owner of
the publishing
house. But I didn't know that probably I don't know if should be released there. I don't have access to this information. I can only just do the.
So you did your part. That's it.
The service that I have to do. That's it. Maybe that person just have to take the book in the hands to read some line and that's it. No.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So that's a good point. You don't have any desire that this should be published, 1 million copies to sell and everybody read. No, nothing.
Absolutely not. I'm not a writer. I don't want to be a writer.
So if somebody wants to know what's in this book,
yeah,
will you publish it online for people to read?
If Ra will ask to do it, I will do it.
Okay.
Of course. I don't have any interest.
Right.
in it.
So you're just waiting for more instructions.
That they will come when I will go in Italy. When I will re-edit the last code that is stuck already on the computer. I know that I have to deliver again to my master of singing bowl, the final one we do, and tell him that he have to deliver to the book editor.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the work I have to do. After that, I cannot pretend to know what to do. Many people ask that don't speak Italian to translate. People that I have a connection with Ra. It happened recently with another person.
You already showed the book to other people?
I didn't show to other people. It come out with like it happened with you, with someone that actually have a connection with that.
Yeah.
And this person, he asked me what's the meaning of your name, and at one point he said, "Do you read the Ra material from nothing?" And I said, "What you said?" He said Ra, and of course from that point. I know that after many years of experience, it's a sign of, Ra is in action.
Sure. So you get these little signs which point you in the right direction of what you have to do next.
Yeah, of course. So this person clearly asked me to translate in English for him. He need to read. He said, there are seekers outside. You don't know, but there are seekers outside that looking for this. And of course, for me, as you said before, I don't have any intention or I'm just here to do what's to be. But that's my only desire is to finish.
But I want to briefly, because I know that we discussed this very important point when we were talking before, like last time, is the nature of the structure of reality. Vibrationally there are worlds above us, and how these beings live in another higher dimension, and how they also have to, just like we have to, like it's difficult for us to go up there, it's difficult for them to come down and energetically. It's
something that he say in this book.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's what. Yeah.
In the last code, he explained this, that actually for us it's difficult to go up because you have to have a very strong inspiration. Yeah, to evolve yourself, and you have to truly believe in that to make to make yourself start to resonate and vibrate to a higher dimension, and when you will die, you will reincarnate on a higher plane. For who is above, that already passed through all this, descending is not so difficult, of course. The only complexity and maybe difficulty, but I don't think for them it's a difficulty, is to structure the self into a more dense material self. No?
Yeah. And for them it's like coming
but
down.
They can go back. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And if you reach a lower level where you actually, unfortunately, you lose your conscious.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Can they be trapped here? Like, for example, like an avatar comes down, materializes in physical body, and then you forget your nature, and then you get involved in the world of human beings, and then you create desire, attachment, karma, new things.
Depends on the level where you come from. If you are from a very high level, this will not happen, because actually the inspiration to come down from a so higher level is to show to the humanity, but not all human, because we are talking about all the being.
Yeah.
Something that comes from above. So you will be aware and of what you are. No, it's not so difficult. But if we are in the third dimension of life structure. If you are on the fourth, maybe you can lose yourself again into the matter. Depends on into attachment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Being from the fourth dimension, come back to the third, because they won't experience more and understand much deeper. They have to do this service, no?
Yeah.
No, they won't. They have to do this service for the universal spirit. But by doing, of course, they fall again maybe into that. That of course is necessary.
Yeah.
Everything is the form of the scope is the scope of
the Everything assists in evolution in a way. Yeah.
There is no wrong things or right things.
Yeah.
Everything flow have to flow.
Okay. So, and I want to ask about these patterns these appear different patterns throughout the book, I see.
Yeah, each code have that pattern, actually, because the editor asked to add some picture.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't have picture. I have many drawings.
Did you draw them by hand?
This was made from Ra.
Yeah, okay.
There is also the sign.
Right.
And
so this is the sign of Ra.
And I define this, it's R and A, yeah. These drawings were made in one of the agenda.
Right.
Just before the end of the book. Probably it was the last agenda.
Right.
And there were exactly 7 drawing with the sign of Ra. So it was already there, I didn't know. But through the editor that asked for picture, I went to look and I experienced and I understand that the picture were already there and I have to use that one.
And these pictures are like coded?
Actually, these are like words.
Like words?
Sounds.
Yeah.
Their frequency. I actually, because of what I studied, made me understand a lot of things about all these and also the different dimension, the vibration, and all this stuff. So actually, this is a kind of picture. It's a sound.
Yeah.
So also, if you watch a painting, you are actually absorbing frequency, color or frequency.
Sure.
So if I do the opposite, I make the frequency, I can make you able to see a picture.
Yeah, visualization of the frequency.
Visualize something. So actually,
and there is information in it, or is it just
of course it's data.
You were mentioning this message that you received, that you read out. Maybe if you can read out again, from a different entity. About what's coming, because one thing we're doing is we're hearing about big changes on Earth and so many things happening, and people saying 2026, 27, 2030, whatever, the aliens will come. I mean, that's just the way they say it. Extraterrestrials will come. People from somewhere else, they'll reveal themselves.
For them, it could be not offensive because they don't offend, but can be offended to be called alien because they are not so much different from us.
So we have to be politically correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And polite.
Yeah. The communication for me expand also to other things. It's not only right. Start with Ra, but then I had a meeting. You mentioned about the light that came to us, and they speak to me, especially last year. I fall in many books.
Is this the one from Andromeda or a different one?
No. This is not about him. Last year I fall in many books about people that experience direct contact with extraterrestrial being. Yeah. They took on ship and took in a mothership and speak, and the quality of the language is incredible.
Wow.
So,
but then the speech is telepathic.
For them it's telepathic. Okay. Yes.
But you will hear it in your head like a voice.
Yeah, like a voice. Like Lakowski was the name of the American one.
Oh,
the Flyby.
Adamski. George Adamski.
Beautiful book, incredible communication. Oh yeah, there is also an Italian one. I don't remember the name, but yeah.
So these are the so-called contactees, no? Not the abductees, like Billy Mayer, George King, Adamski.
Billy Mayer also is another one. Yeah. So people that truly have a physical contact and also extra-physical contact with this being.
These beings, they describe them as Nordic, no? Tall, blonde, blue. Is that?
Yeah, they mostly describe as perfect, beautiful. Body structure shape, but of course this is related. That's why the book started like this. It's related to the conscious. You are in a pure conscious, pure unity in knowledge. Of course, you express through all yourself that quality. No.
You know what? Okay, this
is about the blessing they feel when they are nearby to this extraterrestrial being, no?
Sure.
They feel blessed and joy just stay nearby.
Beauty and calm and light. Okay, because what you say is, I mean, if this is true, then it kind of makes the world unequal, right? Because the modern world says all humans are equal, everybody is the same. But then if this is what you're saying, there are different levels of hierarchy. There are more evolved people, there are higher people, people who are low evolved. So there's it's actually vertical. And that's kind of politically incorrect. You can't go out and say that, okay, this is a better person, this is like a lower person or something like that. We cannot say that. So how does that change society in that sense?
It depends on
because this is a bit of a dangerous slippery slope, because for example, this is how many people talk of a pure race and higher race, like the blonde, like tall blonde people are an advanced race and all that, compared to the less evolved in their words. So that becomes very dangerous territory,
Depends on the point of view where we put this and from where we observe this point. Aesthetic doesn't make the being that you are inside. I met many people especially in the DJ life, or DJ world, a beautiful woman, but inside there was completely different things. So the beauty and the opening of yourself, that is not aesthetic. It's not because you have blue eyes or you are blonde, it means that you are beauty, but it's more about the quality of the vibration that you express around you. Comes from the inside, from the conscious the level of the conscious that you want to reach. And I experience many times that if I'm in anger mood and I'm in fear mood, also if I can look very good, the people around me feel fear, they feel anger, and they stay far from me.
But these are temporary states, but I'm talking about there's a constant inner glow, inner wisdom for somebody who is, let's say, vibrating at a higher frequency. Even if they get angry or they get frustrated, the inner being, if they're highly evolved, that cannot change. Right? That will come out no matter what.
this is one thing that is wrote in the last code. Because I ask you, you feel emotion?
You feel what?
Emotion.
Emotion, yeah.
And they say, of course we feel emotion, but we are not more affected by that. Because we realize that we are not emotion. That's only one side, one layer of ourselves, but we are not that. So when you realize that you are not your anger, you are not your fear, you are not also your joy.
Yeah.
Okay, in both sides, automatically you go out from the reaction that you can have, from that input that you receive as an emotion. That one, if you just observe, you can realize something of yourself. But if you involve yourself into that, you lose completely in it.
Sure.
And by losing yourself in it, you lose your focus,
sure.
You lose your form, you lose your scope, where you have to go. No? There are people that are tricking the same things because they are tricking them emotion. And as I told you, the problem of the world is because we don't want to live things. We are holding everything, especially the emotion. We like to hold emotion, if it's joy or if it's anger. We like to be anger, and we like to be joy.
We like to indulge in it.
Yeah. For as much as possible. The difficulty is to make that anger comes and go, and not hold it. That's the quite difficult things. Like also joy, no attachment for nothing.
Sure. Okay, then maybe if you want to, as a last point, read out that message that you received about what's going to happen.
If you want.
Yes, please.
Yeah, yesterday we met dinner, casually.
Yeah.
Not casually.
Yeah.
And I felt that I have to tell you this message because you always look for something that is unusual, as you told me, science, sometimes. So this came, it was a very instinct feeling.
Right.
And I told you, I have to tell you something, I have to read you something. So I read in Italian and then you will put the translation.
Yeah, sure.
Sappiamo che in questo momento stai affrontando un percorso evolutivo che ha un'importanza relativamente significativa. Ma ora è il momento, l'attimo in cui dobbiamo comunicarti delle informazioni per l'umanità. Ora ti chiediamo di ascoltarci. Siamo coloro che arriveranno. Abitanti del pianeta azzurro, noi tutti vi salutiamo e vi ringraziamo per l'attenzione postaci. Il nostro messaggio è un invito alla comunione con l'assoluto viaggiatore universale, il Ra. Siamo qui, più vicini che mai, pronti ad incontrarvi lì dove il tempo e lo spazio non esistono. Nel cuore di coloro risuoneranno queste parole. La grande attesa è giunta, la vostra forza ora sarà ascoltata. Preparatevi all'incontro che cambierà la storia.
They haven't given a time frame when it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's something that will happen, but without the one that will arrive, the one that will arrive, no? Coloro che arriveranno, the one that will arrive. There is not a date that will arrive on 20 of January.
When is a flight landing?
It's not something that you can define. Also,
when you say the one that will arrive, it's multiple, right? Or not one. Will they come? Obviously, will they come physically on planet Earth that visually everybody can see, like a flying saucer landing, or you think the reveal will be more internal in consciousness?
This is all about the trust.
All about what?
Trust.
The trust.
I cannot say it's like this or it's like that. The message is that.
Okay. That's what it is. Okay.
If I try to add something, I'm trying to put my intellect on that. They will arrive. In the way how they will present, it's all about us actually. How we will be open to receiving this dimension or on a higher dimension. This one I cannot.
Sure.
I don't know. I will rely. And
yeah. Okay, so on that note, I think we're gonna wrap up this, what do you want to call it, podcast or discussion or whatever. And so yeah, thank you so much for listening. Do comment below and let us know what you think.